What's going on, MMA fans? I'm back to do my Affliction Day of Reckoning predictions, taking place January 24th from Anaheim, California. Solid card from top to bottom. Going to work my way from the bottom of the main card all the way to the top like I normally do. First fight of the night, Chris Horodecki taking on Dan Lozon. Chris Horodecki training with Team Tompkins. A very talented striker. He moves in and out of the pocket very well. Good 1-2 combinations, good inside and outside leg kicks, good high kicks. He's got good takedown defense. He's a decent grappler off of his back and on top. Last couple fights, Ryan Schultz, Bart Palashevsky, Shad Learley, Ed West, Eric Owens. The list goes on for him. Taking on Dan Lozon, who's been training in and out of reality self-defense. Is trained off and on with Mark Delagrati. Of course, was featured on the Tap Out show. He's a good wrestler. He's got improving hands. He's a decent grappler. Last couple fights, Frank Latina and Spencer Fisher. In this fight, I see Lozon being able to get some takedowns and controlling position, but I see Horodecki being able to move in and out of the pocket, utilizes good takedown defense. If he is put on his back, he's got good enough grappling skills that he can survive, get back to his feet. I see him being very elusive, moving in and out of the pocket very, very quickly, not allowing Lozon to set up for the double or the single, picking apart Lozon on the feet, and I see Chris Horodecki winning a unanimous decision. All right, on to the next fight. Hanato Babalu Sobral taking on Sokoudjou. Babalu, of course, is training out of the Gracie Baja combat team. Was a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Good hands. He's got a Vale Tudo background, decent wrestler. Last couple fights, Bobby Southworth, Mike Whitehead, David Heath, Jason Lambert, Chuck Liddell. The list goes on for him. Taking on Sokoudjou, who is training out of Team Quest. He's got a judo black belt, decent grappler, explosive hands. We got to see that with the fight with Arona and Little Nogueira. Last couple fights, Luis Arthur Kane, Kazuhiro Nakamura, like I already said, Hikaru Arona, Little Nogueira, and of course Glover Texahara. In this fight, I see Babalu being able to do enough on the feet to survive anything that Sokoudjou has to throw as far as leg kicks, combinations. As long as he doesn't get stupid and try to get in the clinch, I see Babalu moving in and out, being able to use some good leg kicks, get the double or the single, get this fight to the ground, look for some submissions, and I actually think he's going to catch Sokoudjou in the second round via a armbar. Going to pick Babalu via second round submission. I think he does enough, like I said, to last on the feet. Avoid the clinch, which is where Sokoudjou is dangerous. He's got excellent judo hip tosses. He's good inside the clinch, and I think if Babalu is able to get the double or the single away from the cage, get the fight down to the ground, I think he is able to win this fight via second round submission. All right, on to the next fight. Matt Lindland taking on Vitor Belfort. Matt Lindland training out of Team Quest. Great Greco, great clinch work, great dirty boxing. He's got good grappling skills. He's got good sub-defense. His last couple fights, Fabio Nagao, Fedor Emelianenko, Carlos Newton, Jeremy Horn, Rampage Jackson, Mike Van Arsdale, Joe Dorkson. The list goes on for him. Taking on Vitor Belfort, who has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, good takedown defense. He's most remembered for that vicious knockout over Vanderlei Silva back in the early days of the UFC. His last couple fights, Terry Martin, Dan Henderson, Alistair Overeem, Randy Couture, the list goes on for him. In this fight, I see Matt Lindland being able to get Vitor down, control position, which he does so well. If a guy tries to buck his hips, Matt Lindland is very, very good with his base. He's able to control guys, keep them on the ground. If it goes up against the ropes or in the corners, he's very, very good with the clinch. Belfort, when the fight is standing, he is going to land some combinations and some in the exchanges if there are any. And if Lindland uses any combinations to set up takedowns. But I see Matt Lindland being able to control this fight, take it to the ground, and win a unanimous decision. All right, on to the next fight, the co-main event, Josh Barnett taking on Gilbert Yvel. Josh Barnett, training with CSW, is a very, very talented wrestler, has got that good shoot wrestling background. He's a good grappler, decent hands. His last fight with Pedro Hizzo knocked him out. Last couple fights, Jeff Monson, Big Nog, Paolo Natsula, Crow Cop, Mark Hunt, Alexander Emelianenko. The list goes on for him. Taking on Gilbert Yvel, who's training out in the Voss Gym. Last couple fights, Fabiano Scherner, Akira Soji, Valentin Overeem, the list goes on for him. Gilbert Yvel's got good hands, decent takedown defense. He's a subpar grappler. He's not very good off of his back. Doesn't have a very good top game either. But in this fight, I see Josh Barnett being able to get this fight to the ground. He uses his hands. He's probably going to exchange a little bit with Yvel, trying to kind of make a statement, I think, which Barnett's always been a really good, as they say, trash talker. But anyways, he's going to be able, I think, to do some damage on the feet, set up the takedowns, control position, and I see Josh Barnett actually getting a second round, either TKO or submission. I'm going to pick Josh Barnett via second round submission. I think he's going to either get like a Kimura or a rear naked choke on Gilbert Yvel. Okay, next fight, the main event, Fedor Emelianenko taking on Andrei Arlovski. Fedor training out of the Red Devil Sports Club. What can you say about the guy? A great grappler, good hands, good clinch, good takedown defense, good takedowns, good judo tosses. I mean, the guy's done everything and done it in beautiful fashion. Last couple fights, Tim Sylvia, Hong Man Choi, Matt Lindland, Mark Hunt, Mark Coleman, Zulu Zinho, Crow Cop. The list goes on for him. Taking on Andrei Arlovski, training out of Team Pitbull. Andrei Arlovski, good sambo background, good boxing skills, good leg kicks, good takedown defense. He's got decent grappling. He's not too bad off of his back. Last couple fights, Roy Nelson, Ben Rothwell, Marcio Cruz, Fabricio Verdun, Tim Sylvia, Cabbage Carrera, Vladimir Machishenko. The list goes on for him. In this fight, I see Fedor being able to impose his will on the feet, get this fight down to the ground, which he will do. I think Arlovski will be able to last for a little bit, probably get back to his feet, which I think will happen. But I think Fedor's going to do enough damage in the first round on the feet, moving in and out. And I see Fedor being able to stop Arlovski late first round, early second round via a TKO and retain the WAMA Heavyweight Championship. So those were my picks for the Affliction Day of Reckoning event. Leave me some comments, constructive, negative, positive, and I'll be back the night of or the night after. And on that note, you guys, have a great day.